Welcome, my friends, to another Choppin It Up. We are at, it's actually called the Santee Sportsplex. It's this gorgeous...
Yeah, it's
so
humongous.
nice.
Yeah, neither of them have seen it before. And I
Which
was like,
is sad because I live like literally
I know.
5 minutes away from this.
For her, I was like, yeah, of course you haven't seen it. You, I was like, why have you not gone here?
Because I'm an idiot.
It's literally like an acre or two of just fields. It's just really nice.
I would spend so much time here if I
You would.
lived here.
You'd be doing your
Seriously.
cardio chats, walking the whole thing over and over and over. It
Which
looks
we're
so
going
nice.
to talk about, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Let's
look
do
at you
some cardio chats.
connecting the dots.
You are connecting the dots.
It's beautiful.
It's very nice.
It's like this is kind of structured or something.
I hope that the wind does not come through. I wish I could show you guys the rig.
Yeah,
I can't turn the camera around on itself, but I have my jacket piled up on the mic so that it blocks this wind this way.
Yeah.
You know, like I did that. Okay, beyond all the pretext though, this is Choppin It Up. Choppin It Up is a one-take thing where we just entirely just record, no editing at all, and we just go on about one major topic, and then as we talk, we kind of go down tangents and just talk about whatever we want. So it does not need to be structured at all.
At all.
Today's topic, I figure, would be very relevant because we are in the middle of contest prep. We're 10 weeks out. We're doing not a lot of cardio, but a decent amount of cardio. You know, for some people they might think like 25 minutes is a lot.
Yeah.
It's a healthy amount.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
By some people might think it's a lot. That's some person. No, I'm just kidding.
Like 5 minutes was a lot for me.
Yeah.
It's like probably what people should be doing.
It gets
to be
rough,
honest.
man.
Yeah.
It gets rough for me. But yeah. So like we're gonna go up even farther. So I just thought it'd be kind of cool to go through like what our mindset is when we go into cardio, because I know that sounds like so simple and dumb, but there's like a million different little tips and things that you can do to like check out of this and just let your body do this.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? And then you're like, oh, I'm 17 minutes in. So yeah, we're just gonna go on randomly about this, and maybe it'll help you. And you're probably doing cardio right now. So there's the first tip that I was gonna give you.
Yeah, seriously.
It's like, I think watching videos is dope.
Oh, dude, it's the best thing.
Yeah.
Right?
It's so... and sometimes what I'll do is like I'll check my subscriptions usually right when I wake up, and if I know I'm doing 25 minutes of cardio, I'll look at the videos. I'm like, okay, I want to watch that, and I want to watch it right now, but I'm gonna save it. And then I'll like go through. But then like every once in a while, I like watch a video when I'm like laying in bed. That has nothing to do with this. But like I'll like pick the videos that I want to watch during cardio.
I try to make sure they're like just super interesting ones that are just gonna draw you in. So
pretty much any video that I've ever made will work perfectly.
And decently long too. Of course.
Yeah, definitely.
The worst thing I think is when you're like at that long point, like you're going 25 minutes, so you're at 18 or 17 minutes cardio. Where now at this point you're sweating hard, you're breathing
and then
hard,
you have to choose another one.
and now you're trying to get your sweaty ass hands all over your touchscreen, and then now you got wet sweat all over it. So then you have to wipe it on your dry shirt, and you're trying to still do cardio, and now you're tripping and kicking the steps, and you're just like, fuck, dude, why did I not choose a 26-minute video by?
Yeah.
I've noticed
Rich
too,
Piana.
like my favorite.
That was your next tip.
Like I've noticed too though, like I really enjoy when I am dieting and doing cardio, like kind of for that purpose. I enjoy doing cardio, so like it's not always just I got this.
You got it.
I got you. It's not always
Got a
just
rig.
for dieting, but like I like watching other people that are dieting too. So like Matt August right now, you guys, like Christian, anyone that's dieting.
I never put the dots together.
I like it that way because it's like you're in it with them, just like that.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're watching them grind and get better each time. So you're like, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm doing that one step that gets me better each time.
Yeah.
I like that.
I really like to just try and sometimes I'll just try and like think about things that I need to do for the rest of the day, or like for me being a YouTuber, I try and think of like video ideas that I can think about, or like I just try and think about stuff that I want to do for the day, and then that kind of helps me get through it as well.
Yeah, use it like a meditative type thing, and kind of like you're checking your body out. So it kind of hurts a little bit to do cardio, I guess, like breathing, and it's kind of difficult. But like at a certain point after you, I think it's like for me it's like kind of like my second wind. After like 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, I start forgetting that my body's doing it, and it's still hard. I'm still like, but I'm not thinking about the cardio anymore, and I can totally check out of that and have my mind go on different things. So yeah, you're right. What I'll do is I'll write lists up while I'm doing cardio.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I've got all these things to do now.
And then another thing that I like to do, what else do you every time, like I always do stairs, so that's why I'm able to do all this stuff, right? So another thing that I like to do, she does not like them. Another thing that I like to do right when I first start my cardio is usually like maybe I've taken some pictures during the workout, maybe even earlier in the day, earlier in the week, and then I'll get those ready. I'll edit those and stuff like that, and then write the caption out, make sure I spell check it because I'm the worst speller. I'm so bad. So I'll make sure that's all set up, and a lot of times that might take 10, maybe even 15 minutes, and I've been busy, like my mind has been doing something else, and then I look at the time and I'm like, oh, I only have 10 minutes left.
Dude,
that's awesome. And then
that is such a good freaking point. Yeah, I'll do that too. If you have some sort of task that you need to do daily, like I don't know, maybe you need to text your whatever person, your boss or something like that. You need to set up the schedule for all the people you manage, or for us, it's like posting things on social media and stuff like that. You're right. Yeah, you'll get like 10, 15 minutes in your cardio by the time you posted it, and you're like, sweet, now it's posted. Okay, good. Oh crap, we're at 16:30. Yeah, that's tight.
Yeah, I've noticed too. I treat it differently between like machine stuff, and I do a lot of walking outside when it's nice. So like being here is amazing, and I like to I love just walking outside. So like places like this are perfect, and I like to literally treat it as like a long, like an hour-long self-improvement time, like listening to podcasts and things like that. Like podcasts when you're outside and you have things to like look at and enjoy while you're taking in like information, is just, it feels so good. And if it's on an interesting topic, or like for me, I love business podcasts and like learning how to do different things. Like you get so engulfed into it, like you can literally go through an hour super easy. And like you've gotten something out of it both physically and mentally, which just
totally
feels great.
It spawns all these new ideas for you, and then it makes you analyze certain things you're doing. So that's like the self-improvement time, is like analyzing what you've done and what you want to change about what you're doing. Whereas if you don't take time to do that, you might just always be like, oh yeah, I should figure out my life pretty soon.
One thing that I've been doing, it's very similar to podcasts, but I made a New Year's resolution. I know that's super lame, right? But I made a New Year's resolution that I wanted to read more books. Now, I am the slowest reader of all time.
I can't read
so
books.
What I do is listen to audiobooks.
Audiobooks,
And
you like those?
Oh yeah, I've read like 6 of them. And a lot of them is when I'm driving, I'll listen to them. But a lot of them also is when I'm doing cardio. Because like say because if I'm in a book, I won't even watch videos. I'll like just listen to the book. So like I usually listen to a book, and then I'll give myself maybe a week and a half before I just start listening to
another book. In a book sounds like you're a character in the book, and then it made me think of a book, and then I was like, Winnie the Pooh, you're in it now. That would be hilarious.
I'm Eeyore.
No, you're not Eeyore, bro. You're just John. You'd just be John inside of That'd be awesome, bro. I'm just imagining an animated version of you now too. You're a very animatable person. Like I could see a cartoon version of you very quickly. You too, because you always wear like bright like these things and stuff. So
I got this guy up here.
Yeah, you got the characteristics of that.
You too,
Anyways,
man.
Pointless point. I just wanted to make it.
I have noticed though, like I have completely different strategies for like outside versus on machines.
It's funny that you even say that, because I don't do outside cardio. I think it's nice, right? Because you're really actually outside. You're feeling the ambience.
Why do you think that you don't do outside cardio? Do you like doing inside because it's easier to track kind of thing?
It's just so much easier to make sure that I'm keeping my pace up. Because if you do anything other than something that's on a track, either a treadmill or stairs, you have to control the pace. But if you're on stairs or treadmill, all you have to do is try not to fall off, and you are at the right pace.
Yeah, that's a good point. I like at my house though, I have this 3-mile loop that I just make sure I do in like 50 minutes, and I've done it so many times at this point. Like it's
you know the pace.
Yeah, that's kind of the same thing. Yeah, that's a good point. Whenever I try and do cardio outside, I'll do like there's this
5 seconds of it.
There's like this loop. I guess it's like around my neighborhood. It's a mile. I've tracked it, and I'll do it like I'll be like, I'm gonna do cardio outside. I'm gonna run it, and I'll do it once, and I'm like, not doing that for a couple.
You're like, I'm
just so bad at like keeping track myself, and then so like that's why I like doing the stairs as much as I do. It's funny though, like when I first started going to the gym, I did I would do like 15 minutes of elliptical,
random
15 minutes
stuff.
of bike, and then 15 minutes of treadmill.
To hit all the angles.
And, yeah, exactly. But the reason I started doing stairs, it was before I ever met you, I would see people on the stairs when I was doing all the other ones, and they'd always be drenched every single time. So I was like, all right, I need to check that out. I was like, I can kill this. I do 15, 15, 15. I can do 15. I got on and did 3, and I was like, done. I was 3 minutes. I was done. Now, granted, I was heavier then too, but I was just like, from that moment on, I was like, I'm gonna destroy that thing. I'm gonna be able to do as long as I want to.
It's definitely the best cardio in my opinion. I tell people like, oh, eat this amount of stuff and then do this amount of cardio, in my head I'm saying is eat this stuff and do 15 minutes of cardio on the stairs.
Yeah,
like, I'm not, but like, I leave it open because obviously people don't like stairs.
Or they don't have it,
yeah. None of the gyms back where I'm from have it.
That's crazy.
Not one.
Every single California gym has it.
Today is the first time I've ever used the Stairmaster, ever.
I know,
and it sucked balls.
It's rough.
Specifically.
It is.
I didn't suck camel nuts.
No, it was rough.
I think it's difficult because you have to you have to propel yourself up, and however much body weight you are, it makes it more difficult.
yeah.
Obviously, people who are like 300 pounds would have a lot harder time than someone who's 110 pounds.
For sure.
Because you have to literally. I mean, granted, the stair is lowering
moving,
as you're pushing, so it's not the same as doing stairs in your emergency stairs in your hotel or whatever, your apartment hotel.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so that's why I think it's the best one. But another thing I'll do beyond like podcasts or watching videos is sometimes I'll literally just be like, you know when you're like working out and you're like, damn, this song is sick. Like I'm just feeling it. And I'm working out. And you're just like, you hear that one like break and then you're like, all right, and now I start lifting. So when I'm in one of those moods where music is just like the beat is in me, I use the beat to hit my steps.
It's a good way to keep
nice.
Yeah, so like
that's pretty cool.
Maybe the beat is a little off of the steps, so I'll like hit a beat,
so
and then
I'll
dancing. Well, yeah, no, seriously, you treat it like so like I'll hit the beat with a step, and then there's a cadence. So then I'll let the Stairmaster drop me, and then the beat will come back, and then I'll be all beat, 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 and then I'll let it drop me, and I'll be all beat, beat, drop, beat, 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 beat. It's weird, but it gets I forget what I'm doing.
I've noticed too, like I kind of like when I start to get tired towards the end, if I am on a machine, I'll switch from like video that I'm watching to music because it just makes it so much easier to get through. Because you get to that point where you start thinking about your body again because you're like, damn, I'm tired. I've been doing this for a while, and then you get through like 2 songs, finish it up, and it's good like that.
Yeah, I feel that. One thing that I do, this isn't like entertainment wise, this is just how I kind of usually almost always do cardio. I always start, so say I'm on a stair climber that has it goes from 0 to 20, right? 20 is as fast as you can go. I'll usually start out at like, let's say I start out at 5, right? And I'll do that for, if I'm doing 25 minutes, I'll do that for 5 minutes. And then after that 5 minutes, I'll bump it up 5 to 10. I'll do that for 5 minutes, and then I'll bump it up to 15. Do that for 5 minutes, and I'll bump it up to 20, and then for the rest of the time I'm doing. I don't know why I do it, but I feel like it warms my body up to the movements that I'm doing, and then I'm able to push myself longer on the highest level because my body has been doing, like, I know how I'm supposed to be walking on the stairs, and then so it helps me propel myself and like be able to do longer periods of time at the higher, the highest level.
Yeah,
I know that you kind of just do one level the whole time, right?
Yeah, I start for like 10 seconds at level 4, and then I move right to whatever level I'm going to. So it'll be like level 9 right now. Yeah, and I just stick it the whole time because like my thought process is like it sucks balls for those first 4 or 5 minutes, and I just push through it, and then it sucks for the last 3 to 5 minutes, and I'm just like, I'm almost done. Just finish through it. Yeah. I like to people watch, man.
Yeah. Because when I saw you today. You're all.
Because it's funny as hell, man. So you're on stairs, so you're like naturally about 10 feet taller than everybody.
And there are so many people in that gym.
Especially at California gyms. There's clowns, there's serious people, there's people who are just there to get stared at.
Yeah, you get like every single stereotype.
It's great. And our gym too is not like a corridor gym. It's all one giant square.
Big room,
And people don't look twice at you doing stairs looking because you're on the stairs. You're on like whatever. So like you can literally just watch someone benching. You're like, oh, this guy's put 5 plates on the bench. And it's gonna take him about a minute to set up. So you're just like I can't wait, and you forget that you just did 2 minutes of cardio waiting for this guy to start, and then he unracks it, and whatever happened. Like, dude, I saw this one time. The reason I'm bringing like that demonstration.
He's talking about me and a spoiler. I totally did.
I literally, dude, it was the most hilarious thing. This guy like set this whole 5-plate thing up, got all like, and had this guy come over and stuff. He lifts it off, and then he just lets it down, like really, like for the first inch or two, it's controlled. Then all of a sudden, he just drops it, and then he tries to push it, and it doesn't even get off his chest. His body just does the move thing. It's just.
He was able to get it off.
It was just him trying really hard, and then like his friends looking at him. Like, the guy's supposed to not spotting him because he's like, oh, he's probably got it. It's literally just flat on his chest, not even moving a little bit. And I'm just like, this is the most perfect thing to watch. They just had to row it up and push it. Like, it was a fail completely, but it was so fun to watch.
Funny.
So that's what I'm saying. People watching is super fun.
Just like a funny side note, I usually do the same thing you do with like ramping it up. Yeah. Like I usually walk on the treadmill incline, and I'll like bump the incline up because it's weird. It like makes it feel like less of an incline.
Yeah. Well, for me, it makes it feel like less time has gone by because I'm like, all right, 5 minutes here, and then it's like bump it up. All right, 5 minutes here. I don't know. It's just kind of a mental.
But just like a funny side note, today I kind of did the opposite on the stairs. I thought I was gonna be fine, so I put it at like 8 or 9 or 10 or something.
That's
like
pretty
that.
Solid.
And I ended up finishing on 3.
I saw you were like.
It was bad, man. It was rough. So yeah, I gotta second the stair recommendation over any other machine.
And another thing, this is One of my favorite things about doing cardio is, especially if I'm like with somebody, I can just talk to them. Because that's always kind of nice. Like, especially like if we haven't hung out in a while and we're doing cardio right next to each other, we're able to just kind of talk about stuff. And that's kind of nice.
Point I'll make about talking is that only work for the first half of the cardio.
That's true.
And then you're like, oh, that's cool. Where'd you guys go?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, you and your girlfriend? Did she go with you? Okay, that's cool. Dude, like literally Kurt's talking to me because he doesn't care that we're doing cardio. He's not doing it for himself, but he's like, I'll do it with you. So he's at like level 2. He's just doing it. So he'll be talking to me, and then like around like 12, 13, 14 minutes, I stop responding to him and just affirmatively look at him.
That's what we did yesterday too. We were like talking, and then like I was starting to be. She'd ask me a question, I'm like, yeah. Because it's just like it feels like it takes so much more energy out of you to like think and speak words while you're trying to breathe.
Well, each time you have to say a new word, you have to start a new lung.
Yeah.
But you're doing the lung breaths like within half a second or so. So it's like you have to time it. You're like, okay, now I'm gonna say some stuff. So you get like 4 words out each time. That's something though I want to point this out. I always tell people like to gauge, because people are like, what level of cardio should I do? It's not necessarily a level, because maybe my level 9 is easy because I've done it for a while, and level 9 to you is like level 50 to me, right? So it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
So what I say is the gauge should be, you should not be able to hold a conversation very well.
Yeah.
Like you can say a couple of words, but then you gotta breathe and breathe.
Yeah.
Say a couple of words, and so it's not a fluid conversation.
I nailed that one today.
Yeah, you did.
She couldn't say any words at all.
Level 3. Yep.
If you're talking the whole time you're doing cardio, you are definitely not doing high intensity cardio.
Yeah, that's super low intensity.
Yeah.
And the thing is with that, like, you're spending your time doing cardio, but like just existing burns calories. So like that little bit on top of that really isn't getting you that far. So it's worth it. Like if you're gonna put the time in, just do a little bit more. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Unless you're gonna like do a 5-hour walk.
True. Yeah, that's true.
Like if you're doing a walkathon or something.
Yeah. What's the most cardio you can see like yourselves doing?
The highest I get to is 45 minutes. The highest I've done is 90 minutes. That was for my last competition, not the last, the first competition.
That was a while ago.
And so what I would do is watch movies. I was going to suggest that, and then I was like, no one's going to do cardio for a whole movie. But for my competition prep, the first year, dude, I would sit there in my room with a bike and just put my laptop up, and I'd just be like, let's go, Harry Potter.
Well, I guess it's different, though. You're in your own house.
It was terrible. It was not fun.
That is pretty crazy.
Dude, you get 45 minutes in, and then you're like, how do I encourage my mind to keep this going? And then you're like, well, if I don't do this, then I'm going to look like a bitch on stage.
Yeah.
I've been playing around with, like, an interesting idea because I enjoy cardio outside so much. Like, I almost want to play around with walking outside for a couple hours a day and treating it like a self-improvement time where I'm, learning about things and listening to podcasts and then dieting on a lot of food. But not with the mindset of like I need to do this cardio, like that over exercising mindset. You know what I mean?
It'll be good for your mind.
Like taking advantage of it and letting it like clear my mind, and then getting the benefit of being able to diet on like 2,000 calories as a female, which is sweet.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's
the most I ever did was I used to do an hour every day when I was losing weight. I would do like. That's why I said I did not lose weight in the healthiest way for sure. I would do an hour on the treadmill, and I would just like I would move it all around. Like I would run and then walk for like 5 minutes and run. And by running I mean jogging. But yeah, that was the most I ever did, and that was. But granted, I wasn't doing any strength training because I wasn't. That was before I worked out or had ever worked out. But yeah, that's the most I ever did.
That was like when you're trying to lose the initial.
Yeah, I would do a solid hour on the treadmill, and then I remember the first time I ever did it, I had blisters all over my feet, and I didn't go back to the gym for like a week.
And then your appetite's nice and spiked too.
Dude, it was so hard.
And then you have all these troubles not to binge and stuff.
It was rough. But yeah, that's the most I ever did was an hour. Jeez. And on one machine, I would do like 45 minutes because like I said, I would do 15, 15, 15. But that was at the same time I wasn't doing any strength training either. So that was kind of when I was only doing cardio.
Cardio gets so boring when you get past, I'd say like 35 or so minutes, 30 minutes, something like that.
Yeah,
so
it gets boring once you get past 15.
That's true. But like it gets like extremely boring to me.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like, because I would play soccer games for 45 minutes each.
Yeah.
Each half. So it's 90 minutes in total, and I would be on the field the whole time. So that's a lot of cardio, especially soccer. If you're not playing at like an AYSO level, you're running the whole time. Mm-hmm. So that's like another tip, I guess. But the caveat is like you can't be a bitch while you're playing whatever sport it is. Like if you're playing handball in the court with your friend, you can't be the guy who's throwing it and standing there.
Yeah.
You have to be the guy who's like running to go get it.
Yeah.
Because like That's more entertaining. I like doing a sport, some sort of competition with somebody. It's so much more fun.
There's so much like value in finding like an enjoyable form of cardio if you can. Like if you're in a position where you could like play a sport or go outside and walk or walk your dogs or whatever. Like it's life changing compared to just getting on a machine and doing cardio.
Yeah. For us, I guess for us now, but like for me, like the way I've always done it is like cardio. I don't really do it when I'm bulking because I have to get so much calories in that if I did cardio, I'd have to get even more calories in, which is just annoying as hell because it's like 6,000 calories. But when I forget where that point was going now. No. Where was that point going?
I don't know, but what I want to say. What I want to say is that like I'm kind of at the same I'm kind of at the same level, but I still want to like when we were bulking and stuff. It's true. When we were doing cardio, I would not cardio. When we were bulking, I would try and do like one a week, but that didn't happen. But I just felt like good. It's one of those things that like, I know I should, but like I'm not gaining as much weight as I should either, so like maybe I shouldn't, and like it's just like that internal struggle.
I think as far as bulking goes, a lot more women would benefit from adding cardio just so you can eat more food because like when you compare our calories, it's insane. Like we can't even relate when it comes to like dieting issues.
I know my cutting is like 1,000 over your normal.
Yeah, it's crazy. So that is a thought for like any of you females out there. If you're trying to put on some muscle mass and like you want to see a little bit, I would say almost better progress, because if you're eating more food, you're going to be having better workouts and things that. Consider adding in some cardio. Plus, it's just healthy.
And your oxygen uptake increases. So like while you're lifting, you have more endurance. You don't burn out as easy, so you can do more. I guess stress or work. What I was gonna say, I was
gonna say, did you figure it out? Or
don't keep talking, because I'll forget. When you're bulking, when I'm bulking, I don't do cardio, right? So when I get to cutting, my cuts at max will take 16 weeks if it's a competition prep. But it could even be less. It could be 10 weeks. It could even be like 5-6 weeks. So for me, it's like such a small period of time, at most 4 months, that I don't really mind just doing cardio on a machine. If I was doing cardio all year, though, I would get depressed as hell sitting on one machine all the time. Very boring.
That's a really good point, actually. Yeah, that is a really good point.
Because I just treat it like it's a task that I need to do for work.
Yeah.
Is finish this cardio for this tiny season.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what I like about the machines is it's just so easy to track it. Because like it's just especially with basically only with stairs, I guess, but I guess treadmills too. Like, you set the level and then you have to keep up with that, and so I just really like that because it almost motivates you to try harder, work harder, because if you don't, you're gonna fall off. So that's why I really like it.
And you really can add. It's kind of like how you can add like a 2.5 pound weight to your bench.
Yeah.
With cardio, you can be like, I'm gonna go up a half point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And you can't do that while you're walking this course or jogging or something. You don't know, like, I'm gonna jog a half step back. It don't work. So you're right.
I'm sure there's like mental things that come into play where like you think you're working harder than you are when there's like no control, just walking around.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm walking real fast, and it's like 2.5 on the treadmill.
Yeah. Definitely.
I think that covered it. Do you have any other tips? Any other things?
If you're doing cardio, just
subscribe to me.
If you ever need entertainment when you're doing cardio, subscribe to me. My name is John, aka Obese Beast. I make tons of videos on how I'm more buff than Brian, so just check it out.
Perfect cardio footage.
Great. Also water. Drink it when you're doing that.
So that's the end of the Choppin' Up. Just want to FYI, you guys, we did just finish a workout. We did 25 minutes of cardio. A lot of us haven't eaten very much in general today, so like doing this actually came out very fluidly.
I was surprised that I was able to speak. I was like, when I'm pretty sure when you guys were talking though, I was probably like
I was staring out in the distance.
I've had one whopping protein bar today.
Chelsea was literally laying on the ground right before we shut the show. I'm like, all right, we're all set up. Sit. Come on, sit.
I usually do intermittent fasting, but I also usually lift later, so I'm not used to like lifting with no food at all, and
then doing 4 hours of cardio.
And then doing a Choppin'. Yeah. Oh my gosh. But
I was impressed with those came out. Anyways, though, if you haven't checked out both of my friends here, I've got John Obese the Beast to my right. She lost.
Look how buff I am.
I almost pulled it off, then I was like, she lost. Oh, damn it.
Together,
lost a lot of weight. No, it's okay. Seriously, though, ChelseaLifts. She's got these multi-polarized sunglasses if you want to see a lot more of those.
She can actually see you right now.
You guys may have seen these on another channel for some reason.
Inside of your body. Yeah, check her out, dude. This is my sister from another Mister. That works actually. Yeah, that works. It came from his balls. And then here's John, Obese Beast. I'm sure you guys probably most of you know him, but maybe you don't know him. Lost like I think it was like 5 or 10 pounds, right? And so like he Obese Beast. Yep. No, he lost 170. Was that what it was? Yeah. Damn, 170. So yeah, if you need like motivation for like losing weight, keeping off the weight, adherence to diets and stuff, he's awesome. If you want like lots of smart information.
Oh please, you're giving me too much credit, man.
You got like you have like a freaking degree in smart information.
Yeah. I do have one of those degrees that nobody cares about. No, I do want to get the cardio chat started again. It was like a series I did with you guys even last year where it would be a good cardio thing as well. But I talk to the camera while I'm doing cardio, which is another little secret I have. But I'm going to get that started again. And I got some cool stuff coming.
Perfect timing because the wind is coming in crazy. Bye. All right, guys, we love you. Chopping it up. Team Beyond the Week. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Let us know what you thought in the comments below. Other than that, Team Beyond the Week. CC?
Lift heavy or die, MIRIN, mother.